Welcome, my friends. You are watching Lightning Rod Collectibles Live, purveyors of fine pop culture ephemera. Lightning Rod Collectibles, simulcast on Facebook Live and YouTube Live, bringing you the best and the coolest from the diamond, modern, copper, bronze, silver, and even the golden age of comics. You are watching episode number 435, and I remain your host, Michael D. Lapine. Welcome, one and all. How's everybody doing today? We've got a great show planned for you. We had some technical issues to conquer yesterday. We were going to have the show, actually Thursday. We were going to have the show on Thursday, but we moved it to today so that we could make sure that we got everybody covered. So, hope you're having a great weekend. We're going to start off with some great comics. We've got a lot of cool stuff on today's show. Whoops. It's all right. We're good. We are good. All right. Let's see. All right, let's get this a little bit closer. All right, so let me tell you a little bit about what we do on this show, and I've got some slides to help me out in that regard. We're all about making an offer. This is what we do on this show. It's not just a straight up auction show like so many auction shows on Facebook Live and YouTube Live that auction off comics. Here, we allow you to make us an offer. Here's how it goes. If you see an item you like, don't hesitate to make an offer on it. If Lightning Rod likes your offer, it will be accepted. But if your offer is too low, Lightning Rod will make you a counter offer on the item. You'll have three options at that point. You can either walk away from the deal entirely. I hope you won't do that. I want to be able to sell everything that we have on the show, and I want to be able to sell it to you because you're expressing an interest in it. That's option one. Option two, you can accept Lightning Rod's counteroffer. I only want you to do that if you honestly feel that the offer is reasonable. Option three is you can make a counteroffer of your own. Now, the negotiations will consist of Lightning Rod, meaning me, making subsequent counteroffers of lesser value than is previously made by us, while You, the buyer, are encouraged to make subsequent counter offers of higher value than your previously made offers. See, the idea here is that Lightning Rod and the buyer will meet somewhere in the middle with their respective offers and also be able to strike up a deal that both parties can be satisfied with. However, this is not going to stop anyone else from liking the same item you're interested in and making their own offer on it. So if a third party comes along and does make an offer, it has to be higher than whatever your highest offer is. And once the new buyer's offer is in play, an automatic bidding war will start between the both of you. And I'll just sit back and watch it play out until there is a winner. So that's how we do things on this show, and it's proven to be a very popular method indeed. So I invite you all to participate, and please tell your friends about us. Something else you should know about us: payment. When you buy something from Lightning Rod, payments are accepted on checkout through both PayPal and Square. Please PM Lightning Rod your PayPal email address immediately after the show so that we can send an invoice. Please PM Lightning Rod if you do not have or do not use PayPal, and we'll make arrangements to process your payment through Square Processing Services. Payment must be made, please, within 48 hours after the show's end, unless you choose to make special arrangements with Lightning Rod. If you need to make special arrangements because maybe you get paid like the end of the week or something like that, please PM me and I will work with you. Now, another thing you should know: shipping. All Lightning Rod packages are shipped via the U.S. Postal Service's priority mail. 1 to 7 comics, anywhere up to 7 comics, will be shipped in a priority mail envelope for $9. If you buy 8 to 25 comics, you'll be charged $17 and your shipment will be placed in a priority mail box, either a medium box or a large box, depending on what and how much you have ordered. There'll be a separate shipping quote sent out to a buyer for any oversized and or overweight packages, which will mean that I will have to use regular packaging and not a box marked priority mail by the U.S. Postal Service. But I will give you a separate quote in case that happens. Lightning Rod encourages accumulating multiple wins so that you can save on shipping, and we can ship all of your wins together in one box. Please know that Lightning Rod packages are shipped with protection from the elements and from mishandling in mind. So that is pretty much all she wrote. And I'll pretty much remind you throughout the show, pretty much like this. I will say to you, please respond to our Lightning Rod calls to action. And this is for both Facebook and YouTube. Please like the show if you like it. Please share it if you like it. And especially on our YouTube channel, please subscribe. We have had 1 show on YouTube so far, and we gained 2 subscribers from that call. I want to build up our number of subscribers. I want Lightning Rod Collectibles Live to eventually become the QVC of comic book collecting. Wouldn't that be cool? I think it is. I think it's attainable, and hopefully you guys will help me do it. And let me just say one more thing. These are the comic periods. You will hear me mention what type of era the books that were published from, just so that you know. Platinum Age, we don't have any Platinum Age on our show. Those are super duper rare. It's like finding the Ark of the Covenant. You know, you need to really search far and wide, you know, probably give up your firstborn in order to find a book that's in existence that came from the Platinum Age, July 1934 to May 1938. That's pre-Golden Age. Then you've got the Golden Age, June 1938 to September 1956. The book that started that age of comics was Action Comics #1, first appearance of Superman. Then you've got the Silver Age, October 1956 to December 1969. That saw the Marvel Age of comics come to fruition. That saw DC Comics start to get into prominence with their superheroes. The era started with Showcase #4 from October 1956, the first appearance of Barry Allen as The Flash. Then there was the Bronze Age, which saw a lot of innovation in comics. You know, Marvel and DC spread their wings a little bit, and independent comics became more and more prominent. That was from January 1970 to April 1984. You've got the Copper Age after that. Much more in the way of innovation in terms of publishing formats and in terms of stories. We see the rise of books like Crisis on Infinite Earths and The Dark Knight Returns and The Watchmen come out of this era. May 1984 to April 1992. The Modern Age of comics, which started the rise of Image Comics and Spawn and Wildcats and Savage Dragon, all those great books. May 1992 to October 2000. And even though it's not officially on the books yet, I've coined this phrase in the hopes that it will catch on: the Diamond Age of comics, which begins, or I'm proposing it to begin, November 2000 to the present day. So, and I'll explain more about that to anybody who wants to know. I've got a new group going on in Facebook that I created called the Diamond Age of Comics. Please feel free to visit that page, read it, and hopefully you'll be intrigued enough to join that group. Back to the show and our first two books. And this is being sold as a set. Oh, I'm so excited every time I do this show. Let me just give you the video card on this. You're looking at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin, numbers 1 and 2. It is a Diamond Age IDW Publishing Make Me an Offer set. This is issue numbers 1 and 2. Issue number 1 is a second printing. November 2020 is the publishing date of issue 1 of the second printing. February of 2021 is the publishing date for issue 2. And let me give you a pop-up that'll explain that. Or let me give you the ticker too. Isn't that cool? Look at that. You're watching episode number 435 of Lightning Rod Collectibles Live. But if you want to get technical, on YouTube Live, this is episode number 2. So let me tell you. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin. I'm going to put this in the Facebook feed, too. Here we go. I see Jamie Bennison and Brandon League have given us a thumbs up. Thank you, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now here it comes up in the Facebook feed. Josh Tullis, hey, how are you, my friend? Hope all is well with you. Here's our first two books sold as one set. It is Diamond Age, IDW Publishing, a Make Me an Offer set. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin, numbers 1 and 2. The story is by Kevin Eastman, Peter Laird, and those two guys created the Turtles together, and Tom Waltz. So the three of them put this story together, and this story is being touted as the Dark Knight Returns of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They're saying that this story is going to do everything for the Turtles that The Dark Knight Returns did for Batman when Frank Miller did that so many years ago. That's exciting. Right there, that's exciting. The artwork is with layouts by Kevin Eastman and finishes by Esau and Isaac Escorza. The cover is by Esau and Isaac Escorza. Issue number 1 is the second printing, as I said. Issue number 2 is the first printing. November 2020 to February 2021. The grade ranges for both books are between 9.8 near mint and 9.9 mint condition. Make me an offer. $8 for the Ronin set from Josh Tullis. Thank you for the offer. It's going to be a lot more than that. You're going to have to come up a bit. Just so everybody knows this before I put in my counteroffer, part of the major reason why I'm doing the Let's Make Me an Offer format is because I want to protect my investment on these books. As much fun as I have doing the show, this is a business, and I am considered a comic retailer. So I want to, and we're dealing in a lot of books in the speculators market. And so far, the speculators market has not been wrong about many of the books that it's put up. So I'm sure everybody can understand me not wanting to lose money. I'll occasionally break even on a book that I sell, but I would rather break even than lose money entirely. So just so everybody is aware on the same and is on the same page on that, I am going to put in my counteroffer for this book, this book set. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin, counter offer. Okay, the counter offer on this set is $50 because the popularity on this book is continuing to rise at a rapid rate. And these copies are starting to become harder and harder to find. They are climbing in value. Now, I hope if anybody was paying attention on how this process works, if Josh is going to be interested in these books, he may make a counteroffer, which means his counteroffer has to be higher than his initial offer of $8, yet lower than my counteroffer of $50. And then, if I still feel that Josh's counteroffer is too low, I will give another counteroffer. But my counteroffer, number 2, will be less than $50. How much less? That remains to be seen. And that's the idea. As long as Josh wants to continue in this and possibly win this set, he's going to climb in value on his subsequent counteroffers. I'm going to drop in value on my subsequent counteroffers. Hopefully, we will meet in the middle, wherever that middle may be. And hopefully, we'll be able to strike up a deal that we can both walk away from satisfied. Oh, let me tell you what's coming up next. Next up, after these 2 books, we've got The Amazing Spider-Man Special, number 8, which I believe is a Bronze Age title, and Batman Aliens. Yes, those aliens from the movies. Like the Aliens versus Predator aliens, the Xenomorphs. Batman versus Aliens, number 1, and it's by Bernie Wrightson. That's coming up next. Ah, gotcha. All right, Josh Tullis will have to pass due to it being the second print. But then again, just something to consider. It's for a book to go into a second printing doesn't necessarily mean it's going to drop significantly in value from the value of the first printing. If anything, it is a testament to how popular the series is. Just look. Oh, no hard feelings whatsoever, Josh. But I'm just explaining to you and to everybody else that's watching and listening. And if it happens to make you reconsider putting in another counteroffer, so much the better. But, it's just something that I have to throw out there. Look at The Immortal Hulk. That book is skyrocketing in popularity because it's a different take on it. It's got elements of genuine horror attached to that book. And it's so popular that it's gone into second and third and fourth and even as many as fifth printings on almost every issue, which is pretty much unheard of consistently for a popular book. So just a thought. If you change your mind and you want me to revisit it and want me to put this back up on the screen, I am more than happy to do so. All right. Last call for anyone else for now. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Last Ronin. This is a set, issues 1 and 2. Issue number 1 is a second printing. The major difference is on the cover, that moon, the second printing is a green moon. And on the first printing on the cover, the moon is red. That's how you can tell. From November 2020 and February 2021, by Kevin Eastman, Peter Laird, and Tom Waltz, writers. Art by Kevin Eastman and Esau and Isaac Escorza. The cover is by the Escorza brothers. And this is a marvelous thing. You will see this book again. On a sad note, I did not know this. I preface this by not knowing this. One of the most notable things about Turtles creator Kevin Eastman was that he was married to an actress who was known as one of the scream queens of Hollywood. That means she used to do a lot of horror movies and a lot of the, for lack of a better word, exploitation films in terms of horror and some low-budget action-adventure films. And she was tall. She stood tall over Kevin Eastman. She was 6'1" tall. Her name was Julie Strain. And she had been featured on many a painted cover of Heavy Metal magazine, which Kevin Eastman also happens to be the editor-in-chief and the publisher of. I found out earlier this week that Julie Strain is no longer with us. She is now deceased. And I was like, what? And I found that out because on Facebook, I saw another female who had Kevin Eastman's last name. And it made me think, oh, I wonder if she's related to Kevin Eastman. And I looked up her Facebook bio, and she's married currently to Kevin Eastman. And I'm like, wait a minute. Whatever happened to him and Julie Strain? And I dug a little deeper and found out they divorced, Kevin Eastman and Julie Strain, around, I want to say 2007. But she is recently deceased. January of this year, meaning 2 months ago, Julie Strain passed away. And she was young. She was 58 years old. She passed away from complications of dementia. I couldn't believe it. How many times do you hear of people that young suffering from dementia? Well, as it turned out, in her 20s, she was involved in a horse riding accident where she fell on her head, and it caused a severe form of amnesia that wiped away a very large portion of her childhood memories. Gone. And the doctors warned her that this would plague her later on in life, and unfortunately it did. So I'm so sorry for anybody who knows of Julie Strain, who was a fan of her work, who liked how she was portrayed on heavy metal covers and interiors. My thoughts are with you guys. My thoughts are with Kevin Eastman and his family, and to Julie Strain's family. That's a very, very sad thing. My hearts go out to all of you. My heart goes out to all of you. So just wanted to say that and get that off my chest. Another example, how many printings, is The Killing Joke. Oh, yes. Yes, where they changed the cover they changed the color of the title logo with every new printing. But they've kind of repeated a couple of colors, which kind of defeats the purpose. You know, I wish they were a little bit more on the ball when it came to that. But anyway, now we're moving on, my friends, to the next book. Let me put up the next screen so that you can see. Oops, I should have killed that one. Hold on. Oop, let's kill that one. Let's kill the ticker too for a moment, so you can see everything. All right, here's our next one. One of two books. They're not sold as a set. They're sold separately. This is the first one that's coming out next. Oops. This is a Bronze Age Marvel Make Me an Offer item. It is the Amazing Spider-Man Special, number 8. Let me just wet my whistle. Talking is hard work. The Amazing Spider-Man Special number 8 reprints Peter Parker quitting being Spider-Man. Spider-Man's origin is retold in this issue. It reprints The Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1, number 46 from March 1967. It also reprints issue number 50 with that iconic Spider-Man cover of Spider-Man turning his back on Peter Parker. Issue number 50 from July 1967. That's the Peter Parker quits issue. And Tales to Astonish, Volume 1, number 57 from July 1964. And that is a team-up between Spider-Man, Giant Man, and the Wasp. So that's a pretty cool team up right there. Appearances in this issue by the Shocker, the aforementioned Giant Man and the Wasp, Egghead, the villain of the Giant Man and the Wasp story, the Kingpin, and believe it or not, there is a cameo appearance in this issue by Johnny Carson and Ed McMahon of The Tonight Show. Wow. The stories are by Stan Lee, art by John Romita Sr. and Mickey DeMeo, also known as Mike Esposito, and Dick Ayers and Paul Reinman, who were the artists on the Spider-Man, Giant Man, Wasp team-up. The cover is by John Romita Sr. This is from December 1971. The grade range is between 5.0, very good, fine condition, to 6.0, fine condition. Make Me an Offer, and you'll see the actual books in just a second. Here's the other book that'll be next to it. Batman Aliens, a modern age, Dark Horse, DC Comics, Make Me an Offer item. Batman Aliens, number 1. Based on the 20th Century Fox Aliens motion picture franchise. The story is by Ron Mars and the art and cover by the incomparable Bernie Wrightson. From February 1997, the grade range is 9.4 near mint to 9.6 near mint plus condition. Make me an offer. And here they are. On the left is the Amazing Spider-Man Special, number 8 from December 1971. Grade range 5.0, very good fine, to 6.0, fine condition. And then there is the book on the right, Batman Aliens number 1, February 1997. Grade range 9.4, near mint to 9.6, near mint plus. Make me an offer on either or both. Oh, Josh is commenting on my comment on my response to his comment on the Killing Joke. They had to repeat colors because there's more reprints than colors out there. Yeah. Yeah, you ain't kidding there, Josh. I got to tell you guys what's coming up next. Next up is Jack Kirby's The Demon, Volume 1, Number 3. The Walking Dead, Number 111. And Werewolf by Night, Number 20. Those books are coming up next. Robert Kennedy has joined us. Hey, how are you, Robert? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are simulcast live on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. Good to see you, Robert. Now, I didn't put these in the feed, so let me do that now. We're going to move on to our next books in just a moment. There's our shipping ticker. USPS Priority Mail. And ask any of Lightning Rod's customers how well we protect their comics during shipping. This is our last call for now for these two books. You've got The Amazing Spider-Man Special number 8. December 1971, Bronze Age Marvel. Shipping is great. Never had a problem. Thank you, Robert. I always appreciate that endorsement. So that's the book on the left. Book on the right, Batman Aliens, beautifully rendered by Bernie Wrightson. From February 1997, the grade range 9.4 near mint to 9.6 near mint plus. All right, my friends, we're going to move on. Okay, here comes One of the next ones. Let me show you the cards on them first. Bronze Age, DC Comics. Make me an offer item. One of my favorite Jack Kirby creations, the Demon. Yes, it's Etrigan the Demon. This is issue number 3 from volume 1. The story and the cover are by Jack Kirby. Jack King Kirby. From November 1972, the grade range is 5.5 fine minus to 6.5 fine plus condition. Make me an offer. And then we will also have a Diamond Age Image Comics Make Me an Offer item, The Walking Dead, number 111. Great series. The story is by Robert Kirkman. The art and the cover are by Charlie Adlard. From June 2013, the grade range is between 9.2 near mint minus and 9.4 near mint condition. Make me an offer. And then we will also have, coming up right now, a Bronze Age Marvel Comics Make Me an Offer item. It is Werewolf by Night, number 20. Werewolf by Night, number 20. It's got a Series A Marvel value stamp, which is intact. Number 97 in the series of 100. The Black Knight, featuring art by John Romita Sr. Inside is an appearance by Tigra, the Werewoman, Baron Thunder, death this issue, and Ma Mayhem also dies this issue. The story is by Doug Moench. The art is by Don Perlin and Vince Coletta. The cover is by Gil Kane and Mike Esposito. From August 1974, the grade range is 5.5 fine minus to 6.5 fine plus condition. Make me an offer. And here they are. Let's put these in the Facebook feed. Excuse me. Okay, all 3 of these books are in the feed. That ticker is a reminder you are watching Lightning Rod Collectibles Live. The Demon is the book on the left by the great Jack King Kirby. Number 3 from Volume 1, November 1972. Bronze Age. Grade range 5.5 to 6.5. Fine minus to fine plus. Is that Negan on the cover of The Walking Dead? Yes, my friend, it is. Another great issue. The great cover to match. Are you interested in that one, Robert? I take it, I'm venturing a guess, you don't have this issue? The book in the middle is The Walking Dead, issue number 111, 111, from June 2013. The grade range 9.2, near mint minus to 9.4 near mint. Make me an offer. What do you say, Robert? No, not right now? Okay. Then there is the book on the right. Okay. Of course, you know you can always add on stuff. You know that the trade-off, of course, is it takes that much longer to pay off, but at least if you do that, nobody else will grab it if it's something that you really want. By the way, later on today, I will send you your next invoice. So I got your message yesterday. Yesterday was a little crazy, and I apologize for that, but I will get to it today. I promise you that. The book on the right, Werewolf by Night, number 20. I guess it's something that people take for granted that werewolves don't have super strength. Not a problem, my friend. Not a problem at all. August 1974 for Werewolf by Night. Probably the second most scariest comic book put out by Marvel in the Bronze Age. The first goes to The Tomb of Dracula. Range is 5.5, fine minus to 6.5, fine plus on Werewolf by Night from August 1974. Oh, I've got to tell you what's coming up next. We've got an action figure. In fact, it's a box set action figure. It is the Diamond Select John Wick action figure. It deluxe box set. Wait till you see this. That's coming up next. And later, pretty much after John Wick, we've got a new feature which we call Best in Show. We'll take some Silver Ages, maybe some Golden Ages, maybe some Bronze Ages, or maybe some key Copper or Modern, or perhaps even Diamond Age. Key issues. And we will put them up, and we call it our Best in Show. You know, we don't even have these books on the premises. They are vaulted away, kept in safekeeping, and we will present one every show. Coming up after the John Wick action figure, we're going to have a Silver Age Best in Show. It's going to be an early Submariner issue. That's coming up. All right, we're going to show you the book, rather the action figure that's going to come up next. We'll do the display card first. Oh, this is awesome. Oops, what happened? Isn't this fantastic? Look at this box set. Jerome Manfred. How much is the Werewolf by Night comic? Well, Jerome, the name of this game is Make Me an Offer. And as a matter of fact, what I will do is I will put that book back up so that you can see it. Give me one sec. Here, let's do this. All right, I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put this up for you. What issue and grade, please? And if you have any silver or bronze X-Men or Uncannies, I'm looking if you're selling. I will remember that. The only thing I have in terms of silver and bronze on today's show, well, I have a copper Uncanny X-Men. That's issue number 275. And I also have a book. It's a trade paperback, magazine-sized trade paperback called The X-Men Companion, Volume 2. And it features interviews with creators like John Byrne, Chris Claremont, Louise Jones. Well, she's now known as Louise Simonson. With a lot of great artwork from the Bronze and Copper Age of the X-Men during most of it during Chris Claremont, John Byrne, and Terry Austin's run, and some X-Men issues before that run started, and a little bit after that run ended. Great book on interviews with those X-Men creators. If you're interested in seeing that, I can show you that as well. But just so that you know how everything works, if you read the captions that I've got on there, how we do it is, if you see something you like, you make an offer on it. If I like your offer, I will do my happy dance. And of course, I'm not going to do it on camera, so please don't ask me. But I will say yes, and I'll do my happy dance. And I'll say sold. But if I feel your offer's too low, I'm going to issue you a counter offer. Okay, well, that's cool. That's cool. I just thought it might be something you might be interested in because it's on the X-Men and it's got some great insights into how they put that book together during that era. But I may have something for you on our next show, so I will be certain to keep you in mind to join us for our next show so that I can get some silver and bronze X-Men in your hands. So if you want to send me a PM with a list of issues you're looking for that you may be missing, I encourage you to do that. That would be a great big help. So you make an offer on something you like. And if I think it's an offer that's too low, I'll give you a counter offer. You'll have hold on a second. All right, I just hit the wrong button. That's all. You'll have 3 options. Once I throw in my counter offer, you can either walk away from the deal. I hope you won't do that because I'm trying to sell the book to as many people as possible that may be interested in it. And that includes you. Since you seem to be interested in it, I want to be able to sell the book to you. Correct. No X-Men in terms of Silver Age or Bronze Age. But I do have a Copper Age issue. It's a late Copper Age issue. It's a Jim Lee issue. It's issue number 275. If you're interested, let me know. The grade on this Werewolf by Night is, let me put up that banner for it. The grade is 5.5. I give ranges. I don't give absolutes because I don't want to trip anybody up when and if they decide to get their books graded by a company like CGC or CBCS. The grade range is between 5.5 fine minus and 6.5 fine plus. I believe it falls within that range. It is from August 1974. It is number 20 of Werewolf by Night. Issue number 20. And just wanted to let you know, this was the trade paperback I was talking about, the X-Men Companion. This is a great issue filled with creator interviews and accompanying art. Awesome book. I highly recommend it. So if you change your mind, let me know. And this was the Copper X-Men I was telling you about. Issue number 275. This is just me and Robert in here. If you have volume 2 of the X-Men number 1 and 4, Copper, I'd be interested. Volume 2, the X-Men 1 through 4. You're kind of throwing me off there a little bit in your description. Which issues specifically do you mean? First of it, I see. X-Men, the Jim Lee X-Men, where there's no adjective in front of it. It's just X-Men. No uncanny. It's just X-Men. The Jim Lee book. Hey, Rodney, how are you? First appearance of Omega Red. Okay, I've got to look for that one. I'm pretty sure I have it. I will get back to you on that one. X-Men 1 had like 5 or 6 different covers on it. Did you want them all, or was there any specific one? You know, where they're all rushing towards Magneto, and Magneto is the last cover of it, and they all link together. Yeah, I'll have to do a quick hunt for that. Is that issue number 4? Let's see. Issues 4 and 5. Okay. What kind of grades are you looking for, Jerome? Any grade. And what kind of price range are you looking at? Let's focus on 4 and or 5 at the moment of X-Men Volume 2. Well, the higher the better. Yeah. No, I get it. Okay. I'm searching through my digital files because I keep digital files on a lot of my books. That way I can still talk to you. Oh, let's see. Okay. By the way, do you have 137 of Uncanny? Because I came across a couple of copies of that. Just from looking right now. X-Men Annual 4. Okay, still looking. X-Men 248, first Jim Lee issue. Trying to complete another run. No 137 yet. Meaning you don't have 137? Or you don't need 137? Ooh, you do not. Do you need it? Because we can definitely talk on that one. Grade and price? Okay. I also found X-Men Volume 2, Number 1, all 4 covers. If you're interested in that too. What's that one about? Which one, Steven? Get back to me. Let me know. All right, come on. I had it. Where is it? And I'm about to give you a price on 137 and a grade. You have 2 number 1 X-Men. Which covers? Okay. Okay. I have 3 copies of Uncanny X-Men 137. 3 copies. They are all in the 9.4 to 9.6 range. All of them are 9.4 to 9.6. What do you think, Jerome? If you're interested in one of these books, or maybe more than one, let me know and I'll give you a price. Where are you, Jerome? You still with us? Okay. Oh, you wanted what? More of a reading copy? I'm sorry, all my grades on that particular issue, all those copies are that high. All right. Still looking. I came across Uncanny X-Men 130, first Dazzler. I'd say it's a range of 4.0 to 5.0. And let's see. Price on the 130? That would be $90. I keep that in my storage, and I know exactly where it is. Hold on one second. I'll pull it up for you. Okay, I'm going to bring these up. I just listed the photos I have on the front and back cover. Okay, here we go. Well, I have a lot of books here, but the ones you're specifically asking for are in storage. I'm constantly going back and forth because, of course, my storage is not here. All right, so that's the front cover. It does have that chip, small chip, at the top edge of the cover, just over the word, just over the MA in Marvel. That is the worst damage the book has. Everything else looks pretty decent. And let me show you the back cover. I know there's a little bit of lag time. I got the back cover up. There it is. So it's a little bit of yellowing going on. Is this an issue you would be interested in? Just imagine how much this would be if I had this in mint or near mint. I wish I did. I'm still looking for a copy that's mint. Yeah, I understand, and that's the chance that I take, especially with not having it here. Luckily I have from my files, digital photos to at least show you what the cover looks like. But yeah, this is what I would say it's a 4.0 to 5.0 range. Understood, Jerome. Understood. All right, so I have. What do I have? Let me see. Mm-hmm. Well, there's X-Men Annual 3 again. A Great Britain edition of Uncanny 115. And that's a near mint, 9.4. A 9.4 of Uncanny 140 with Wolverine and Nightcrawler versus the Wendigo. Yes, they are. The volume 2s are in storage also. And I found a newsstand edition of issue number 4 of volume 2 of X-Men. It is 6.0 to 7.0. To 7.0, and looks like that's the only one I have right now. Six point oh to 7.0. Fine, very fine to fine, very fine. Okay, the price on this one. Let's check my notes online. My spreadsheet. Some tiny tears at the center of the spine. Tiny tears and scuffs. Not a whole lot, but enough to keep it in that grade range. And I'm looking at 120 on that one. And I'm only giving you, direct prices on these because they are not present with me and they are in storage. So it's easier to give you straight up prices on those rather than to make you make me an offer on them. Well, they are minute. It's not a whole lot. It's not a whole lot of them, but they're noticeable. If they had more, what's the word I'm looking for? If they had more defects than that, I would grade it at a lower grade than that. And they're only around the center of the spine. So let me know what you want to do because we can either make a sale or if not, I want to move on to some of the other stuff I do have with me now. Because we've got another 45 to 50 minutes left in the show. So what would you like to do, Jerome? Jerome, you still with me? That's all right, dude. That's okay. I'm going to move on. So I appreciate your interest. All right. What about this Werewolf by Night? Did you still have interest in Werewolf by Night 20, or did you want to pass on that too? All right. Waited long enough. We're going to move on, my friends. Oops. All right, let's put this in the feed. This is the Diamond Age Diamond Select. Make me an offer item. This is manufactured by Diamond Comics Distributors. This is the distribution company that is responsible for getting your favorite comics, toys, and games, and all other related items into the hands of your favorite comic stores every week, all across North America. This is the Diamond Select John Wick action figure boxed set. Just to show you the video again, that's the back of it. I'm sorry, that's the front of it. That's the back. That's what it looks like inside. You've got a chest of weapons. You've got a blood marker, a replica of a blood marker, and the tiny chest of coins. Plus the action figure in the likeness of Keanu Reeves as John Wick, who has been in 3 major films already, based on the character from the Lionsgate motion picture series, John Wick. This is mint in package. 16 points of articulation on the figure. The figure height is 7 inches tall, or 17.78 centimeters. The package weight is 2 pounds. Sculpted by Gentle Giant Limited. The box contents are the John Wick figure, the weapons trunk, 2 pistols, 3 rifles, a small assortment of coins, and a life-size coin, and a life-size blood marker. This came out last year in 2020. The grade range is 9.8 near mint to 9.9 mint. Make me an offer. All right, let me tell you what's coming up next. Oh, our Silver Age Best in Show. It's the Submariner Volume 1, Number 6. That's coming up next. Last call on this great set for now. This is the John Wick action figure set, deluxe action figure set with accessories. That's what he looks like. Great action figure set. We're going to move on. Please remember that anything that has not sold is still available. You are free to PM me after the show or during the show. If you want me to bring something back to the screen that you may have earlier missed, or maybe you've been thinking about it and you've made a decision, or you can wait till after the show and PM me. Whatever I say is still available is still available. All right, we're moving on. All right, here's our next item. We've got this one in storage, but I didn't want to wait until I got to storage to bring it out. Let's put this in the feed. This is a Lightning Rod Silver Age Best in Show issue. It has a reserve on it, and I'll explain that. This is the Submariner, Volume 1, Number 6. The Submariner, Volume 1, Number 6. Sorry, the picture of the cover is slightly blurred. I'm so sorry about that. From my hand shaking. The story is by Roy Thomas. The art and cover are by John Buscema with inks by Dan Adkins. Featuring the second appearance of Tiger Shark. Probably one of the fiercest Submariner villains. From October 1968, the grade range is 6.5 fine plus to 7.5 very fine minus. There is a reserve on this item. It's a secret reserve price set for this item. So you're going to make your offers as if they were bids, basically just like they are bids. And if you make an offer and it's not close to the reserve, I will tell you reserve not met. I am under no obligation to reveal what the reserve is until somebody hits the reserve or surpasses the reserve. Once the reserve is hit or gone over, I am thus obligated to sell the book at whatever the final bid turns out to be. Let me show you what's coming up next. Limited collector's edition, number C21, featuring Shazam, the world's mightiest mortal, Treasury edition, and Superman versus the Amazing Spider-Man number 1, also a Treasury edition. They're both coming up next. Who's still with us? Give me a shout out. We're going to move on. Please remember that anything that has not sold is still available. All right. Coming up next, here's one of the two of them. Let's put this in the feed, shall we? So, Bronze Age, DC Comics, make me an offer item. It is limited collector's edition, number C21, Shazam, the original Captain Marvel. It is a Treasury magazine format. It reprints Silver Age stories from Fawcett Publishing's Captain Marvel Adventures, Captain Marvel Jr., and the Marvel Family titles. The stories are by E. Nelson Bridwell, Otto Binder, and C.C. Beck. The art is by C.C. Beck, Jack Binder, Mac Rayboy, Pete Costanza, Mark Swayze, Maurice Del Borgo, and Kurt Schaffenberger. The cover is by C.C. Beck. This came out the summer of 1973. The grade, or rather, it should say the grade range. The grade range is between 7.0 and 8.0. That's actually totally wrong. The 5.0, very good fine range, is wrong. It is a bit of a higher grade than that. 7.0 to 8.0. Then there's the second treasury. Superman versus the Amazing Spider-Man. Also a treasury edition. Bronze Age Marvel, DC, make me an offer item. This is the first of what would become many Marvel and DC collaborations. They hardly ever do that anymore. I wish they would go back to it. It was fun. Superman versus the Amazing Spider-Man, Treasury Edition. Treasury magazine format, first team up between a Marvel Comics character and a DC Comics character. Also featuring appearances by Lex Luthor and Dr. Octopus. This came out in April of 1976. The grade range is 4.0, very good, to 5.0, very good, fine. Make me an offer. And here they are. On the left is limited collector's edition, number C21, Shazam, the original Captain Marvel. The book on the right, Superman versus the Amazing Spider-Man, number 1, Treasury Edition, April 1976. The grade range is 4.0, very good, to 5.0, very good, fine. About to move on, please remember anything that has not sold is still available. Here's what's coming up next. The Uncanny X-Men Volume 1, number 275B, and Lone Wolf and Cub, number 13. All right, let me show you what's coming up next. We're going to say goodbye to these two. Please be advised that anything that has not sold is still available. Here's one of the next books up. It is a Copper Age Marvel Comics Make Me an Offer item. It is the Uncanny X-Men, number 275B. The Uncanny X-Men, number 275B. The story is by Chris Claremont. The art and cover are by Jim Lee and Scott Williams. This is a direct edition copy. It features appearances by the Starjammers, the Shi'ar Imperial Guard, Deathbird, Princess Lilandra, Nick Fury, Kazar and Zabu, Magneto, Zaladane, who dies this issue, and the Savage Land Mutates. This is a gatefold cover, which means it folds into 3 sections. The back cover, the front cover, and an extra folded section. This is what it looks like spread out. That's an awesome cover. This came out in April of 1991. The grade range is 9.4, near mint, to 9.6, mint condition. Make me an offer. And then there's this one. Lone Wolf and Cub, number 13. Lone Wolf and Cub, number 13. From First Comics. It is a Copper Age First Comics Make Me an Offer item. It is in the square-bound prestige format. The story is by Kazuo Koike and the art by Goseki Kojima. The cover is by Bill Sienkiewicz. Bill Sienkiewicz did the second year's worth of covers on this series. From January 1988, the grade range is between 8.5, very fine plus, to 9.2, near mint minus. Make me an offer. And here they are. Book on the left is the Uncanny X-Men anniversary issue, number 275. Eagle Award winner. It's kind of like the Eagle Award is like the British comic book Oscars. This is from April 1991. The grade range is 9.4 near mint to 9.6 near mint plus. By Chris Claremont, Jim Lee, and Scott Williams. And then on the right, we have Lone Wolf and Cub, issue number 13. From January 1988, the grade range is 8.5, very fine plus, to 9.2, near mint minus condition. With gorgeous covers by Bill Sienkiewicz. Bill Sienkiewicz did the covers for issues 13 through 24. An entire year's worth of Lone Wolf and Cub covers by Bill Sienkiewicz. Frank Miller did the covers for the first year of the reprint run of the series. This is the series that did great in Asia, in manga comics in Asia, in Japan, and one of the earliest titles imported over and translated into the American market. Who's out there? Give me a shout out. We're actually approaching the end of the show. We haven't covered everything, but we'll cover what we didn't cover today on our next show, which it looks like it'll be Tuesday. Please remember that anything that has not sold today is still available. Some of the books we're going to have on our next show will include Captain America, Volume 1, number 175, great Bronze Age issue, the conclusion of the original Secret Empire story arc. It ends not with a whisper, but with a bang. We've got a great Golden Age issue for you next time around. Joe Palooka Comics, number 49, from October 1950. More great Silver Age from Marvel. Tales of Suspense, number 77. First full appearance of the beast known as Ultimo, squaring off against Iron Man in Communist China. Great issue. The Amazing Spider-Man, Volume 6, number 61. It features the debut of Spidey's new costume. Some people will absolutely love it, and some will absolutely hate it. But everybody is going to pick it up, I think. So that's coming up. Volume 2, issue number 1 of the new Joker series at DC. That's a great cover, too. An Infinite Frontier tie-in, plus a backup story featuring the Joker's new henchwoman, Punchline. Avengers number 130. Avengers number 130. Great Bronze Age issue. First appearance of the Slasher. So that's coming up next time. Batman Catwoman #1, a DC Black Label imprint title for mature audiences. A great Silver Age issue from Charlton Comics, Blue Beetle, Volume 3, number 53. The Beetle versus the menace of the Praying Mantis Man. Great interview book by the creators of the X-Men. This is the X-Men Companion, Volume 2, trade paperback. It's a trade paperback magazine format from Fantagraphics Books. Excellent book. If you love the X-Men, you'll love this book. Batman Volume 1, number 253. The first appearance of the Shadow in DC Comics continuity. So that's a milestone. And we follow that one up with the first issue of the Shadow's own title in DC continuity. This came out the same month as Batman 253, and DC wanted to make the Shadow's premiere come out with a bang. And it certainly did that. Look at that gorgeous Michael William Kaluta cover. You'll get these and so many more great comics. I have to tell you, we cannot do shows like this without all of you. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much. The patronage is greatly appreciated. Please don't forget to like and share our show on Facebook. And please do not forget to subscribe to our Lightning Rod Collectibles channel on YouTube Live. So thank you again. You have been watching Lightning Rod Collectibles Live, purveyors of fine pop culture ephemera, where we now simulcast on both Facebook Live and YouTube Live, and where we bring you the best and the coolest from the diamond, modern, copper, bronze, silver, and even the golden age of comics. This has been Lightning Rod Collectibles episode number 435. And I remain your host, Michael D. Lapine. Next time, I think we'll do a BOGO show. This is our BOGO show coming up next time. You buy a comic, you get a comic. Buy one, get one. That's our BOGO show. For every purchase you make, you'll receive a free comic. That's going to be awesome. So please join us for that. Tuesday at 12 noon. That is Pacific Standard Time. 12 noon until 2:30. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time.